course of this race, the 22, Brad Keselowski, has been very good on restarts as we enter the Geico restart zone, and B, he's been very good on the outside line through 1. By the time we get to Mike Bagley in 2 and climbing up the S's, how will this look? Kyle Busch goes. Great restart from the 18. He's left the 22 and the 12 behind. Logano on the inside of his teammate now. This is not what Keselowski needs. And remember, Joey Logano not out of this yet. He's looking for his 3rd Xfinity Series win in a row.
Kyle Busch getting away with the lead. The battle is for the number 2 position with teammates. Keselowski will slide through. He'll go to 2nd. Logano now will go to 3rd. Paul Menard is up to 4th. And Kevin Harvick is back on the scene. They are stacked up from 5th on back, jostling for that run into the bus stop.
Looks like Logano maybe let Brad get away with it there through the S's, knowing if they let the 18 get too far ahead, they'll never catch him at this point. So he's got to size up that 22 and make sure if he's going to make a pass, it's got to be quick. We saw him earlier in the race get a good run on the 22 out of the carousel, but he's not quite able to do it this time, guys.
And these two teammates have to battle as if it's for the lead. You have to hope Kyle Busch has a problem, so they have to race each other hard. You have to try to be in 2nd place. Kyle Busch is gone, but trying to be in 2nd in case a problem happens.
Busch loves this battle of the Penske teammates as they contend for the position for the 2nd position. That helps the 18 stretch his lead and coming to just 2 to go.
Keselowski defends, making life a little more difficult on his Team Penske teammate. 1 second is the distance and is the time between 1st and 2nd. Can Keselowski do that? Logano on the inside, Mike.
Trying to squeeze down in trouble in turn 1. Ryan Sieg now will slide off the course. He and Blake Cook come to green as the battle is for 2nd. It's Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano. Logano given all Keselowski can stand, racing off turn 4 and up the back straightaway.
Did you see the 22 of Keselowski get loose there, Parker?
I did, and that allowed Logano to get by him. He got him up onto his rear spoiler, took the air off that spoiler, and got him that loose to make that pass down the inner loop, and now he's driving away from the 22 as they come off the carousel. He's about a second back from Kyle Busch. Can he catch him?
And now he's got to defend from Paul Menard. Paul Menard's keeping pressure on these guys as well. So you saw how loose Keselowski got him. The momentum it lost him. Joey Logano doing a great job of pushing that issue at the right time. Keselowski had no choice but to give getting it in the loop.
Out of turn 7 to see the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Whoa, big incident, turn 7. Coming on, that's Brennan Poole. The Ganassi driver, what has happened? Damage on the rear of the car. He's able to fire the 48 and continue.
As he continues on, Kyle Busch continues to pull away. Off turn 4 for the final time. Kyle Busch blowing them all out of the water here today in Watkins Glen, setting up for his final run through the bus stop.
That he is. He's going to have to negotiate past a little bit of debris here as he has a slow car of Ryan Sieg, the 39 that he's going to catch when he gets around to the other side of the carousel here. Hopefully be able to negotiate that with no problem as he coming to the exit. You see the 39 of Ryan Sieg has a tire coming apart, but it'll be no problem for Kyle Busch. He goes right around him.
Yeah, no problem at all. Kyle Busch now quite simply has to just make 2 corners. Don't make any mistakes. Drive in the corner easy. Accelerate hard. It's not about lap time anymore. It's just about getting to the start-finish line.
Danny Sullivan owns the phrase spin and win, but that applies to Kyle Busch. He's never won here in Xfinity Series competition at Watkins Glen. Guess what? He has now. The 18 goes to victory lane.
Watkins Glen.
Rowdy has finally done it. So check Pocono off the Cup list last week. Checks the Glen off the Xfinity list.
Glen, JTR finally got this one on the Xfinity side. Good job, guys. Thank you.
And you heard the radio call there. JGR finally gets it. That's the 139th career win for the organization, breaking a tie with Roush Fenway for the most all time. It's not just a big day for Kyle Busch. It's huge for Coach Gibbs.
Yeah, it's a big day for the organization, and you know, you have to wonder, will this sort of momentum carry over to the Cup side? You hear how excited Kyle Busch is. There was opportunity for things to go wrong. That final restart, so many things had to go right. Kyle Busch had to execute. He did it, did a very nice job, and when it mattered most, seemed to have the best car. He could drive away from the Penske teammates.
it all came down to that final restart. He got a flyer.
And he did. He accelerated very, very well and cleared basically both cars going into turn one, which I think was the key. Then he had the entire racetrack to use. He could then focus on his driving line, his braking zones. But as you mentioned, wheel hop by himself early in the race going into turn one. That perhaps was just a good reminder. You called this live when it happened, Lee. The 48 of Brendan Poole, a hard impact into the outside safer barrier on the exterior of turn 7.
Here's the helmet cam view. Have a listen.
Sounds like it looks like the 00 of Cole Custer was behind him. Must have been some contact.
Steve, you can't speak as a driver, but you can as a renowned and legendary crew chief. What's it like when you get one off the list, where one has been a victory at a track, has been eluding you for so long?
Well, it just reminds you, reminds the organization, even yourself. You start to lose confidence as a crew chief when you can't seem to get a win that you think the team deserves. When you have fast race cars, when you have talent like Kyle Busch behind the wheel, you want to deliver. And I think the whole organization wanted to deliver. And like I said, it wasn't just a dry spell in Xfinity Cup as well. So now the Jokic Racing organization can check this one off the list. Kyle Busch, you see the excitement. This is an Xfinity race, and you see the burnout. This young man, he likes to win.
This is a big one. You heard the radio. Finally won at the Glen. This could be ominous for tomorrow.
It is, but he still has to execute. Right now, he can enjoy this one, and it looks like he's going to. Recovery, too.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't easy. He didn't run up front all day long. Had to go to the back.
There was one of those restarts after he spun, went back. He was 28, and he drove his way to 4th. That was big. Here's Rutledge Wood, Rutt.
With that win, number 90 for Kyle Busch, and his first one here at Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series car. You spun, you got back in it, you stayed there, you picked up the win. How good does that feel right now?
Just finally being able to win here at Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series is one of the boxes we've been meaning to check off for a long, long time. So this feels good. It feels good in front of this crowd. The crowd's awesome here in Watkins Glen. Fans here really support their racetrack, really support their racing, so it's fun to see. Tomorrow I'm hearing it's a sellout, so that's awesome. Congratulations to the staff here at the track. But just an awesome car. I can't say enough about Eric Phillips and all my guys. They did a great job giving me everything I needed to go out there. I tried to screw it up a couple times, but thankfully I brought it back and we were able to get up front there, and the pit strategy worked to our advantage.
The burnout down there in turn 1 for all those fans, how much do these fans up here in the north mean to you guys?
They mean a lot, you know. I mean, anywhere we go, the fans mean everything to us. But, you know, up here at Watkins Glen, they really support their racing. You can tell by the infield packed and all the camping and everything that goes on here and some of the concerts. We've seen that last week at Pocono, this week at Watkins Glen. Racetracks are starting to get it right, and the fans are coming to support that, so we appreciate it.
Congratulations. We'll see you in Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Steve, you mentioned it. Look at the burnout and look at the excitement. And
that was wonderful.
I mean, that means a lot. That means a lot to Kyle Busch. Things are going to get rowdy in Victory Lane. We'll head there when we come back. Well, it's not the warmest day here at the Glen. Quite cool with a breeze. That was a very impressive performance from the 18 of Kyle Busch. Would you agree, Dave Burns?
I would indeed, Lee. And as Kyle gets ready for the traditional Victory Lane celebration, car in gear, Brexton goes to see what Daddy's just done. he's just within NOS shot here, and he might have gotten a little bit on him. Go see Dad. Here he goes. Come on. That. Oh, best high five of the, it was a low five, but best five of the day. And on a day when you got rid of some things, set some records for yourself, and maybe learn some things, a mistake early, what does that do to you, and how do you get over that?
You just got to get through it, you know, but unfortunately I screwed up early, and I got us behind, but the guys gave me such an awesome race car that we could make it back up, and we were able to do that today. So this NOS energy drink, Rowdy flavor Camry was awesome today, and this Toyota Camry drove really good. Guys had awesome brakes on the car. The tires were pretty good as well, too. You know, I thought I flat spotted them a couple times, and they held throughout the run, so that was cool. And then, you know, we just want to thank the fans. Of course, they're great. They support the racing up here. Fans on TV, thanks for watching, of course. And, you know, DBX Sunglasses, Cessna, Xfinity, we appreciate them and giving us the Stream app. You know, it's a lot of fun to watch these races from as well, too, when you're out and doing it about.
How about 2 in a row for tomorrow? Is that a potential here?
Certainly is. You know, I think so. Our cars have been really fast this weekend. I don't know if I'm just in the groove or what, but feels pretty good. You know, the cars have really been working for me here, and it just feels so good to finally win this in the Xfinity race here. We've been so close so many times, and one of my favorite runs here was in the Zippo car, you know, and being the Zippo race today, that's kind of ironic. I guess they sponsor it every year, but being with Eddie DeHaan and the Zippo car, I remember we were really, really fast and wish we would have got it done on that one, but we got it done here today. So this group of guys is awesome, and they did everything there for me today. And pit road was pretty good for us. We stayed out long on that one run, and we were able to cycle back up to the lead. So worked 2 weeks in a row that way. I don't know how much longer we can do that before they figure it out, but it's been working for us, so we'll take it.
Nice to hear that emotion out of Kyle in victory lane here in Lee. Sometimes you just find that sweet spot. Sounds like he's got it right now.
Yeah, he's had 10 career weekend sweeps, Steve, of Xfinity and Cup competition. What's your gut tell you about tomorrow?
Well, I think he is definitely one of the favorites. He showed a lot of pace in practice. Qualifying will be tomorrow morning. We'll have to see where he qualifies in his Cup car. But what I really liked about that entire interview was a little bit of emotion. You didn't see a tremendous, he wasn't breaking down in tears, but he talked about from the heart how much it meant to finally win at this racetrack. I know people don't love to see him in these Xfinity races because he does win a lot, but what I saw right there, it doesn't matter that he had won 89 other times. This 90th victory still meant a lot to him. Yeah. He can remember back to the days, that car he references, that's before Joe Gibbs Racing, before Hendrick Motorsports, way back in the early parts of his career, a race that he felt just got away from him. To think after 90 wins to still remember the one he lost meant a lot to me to hear out of the driver of the 18.
One of the headlines coming into today's race was, could Joey Logano win from pole position for the 3rd consecutive year? He got the pole, Marty, but unfortunately the win eluded him.
Well, Joey Logano chatting it over with Brian Wilson, and you got the restart there. You said, I've been saving my stuff. Do you think you had a shot at the 18 there on that final restart?
Yeah, I ran that whole last run, you know, maybe 70%, just trying to save something to race with. And man, I thought I was going to have something, but the 18 had such a good restart. To get through the gears is just better than us. And he's able to get himself ahead enough. And then I had such a short run car, I was able to get by the 22, but by the time I got by him, I needed one more restart because 18 was maybe a little too far ahead of me at that point. So so close for that 3 in a row at the Snap-on Mustang, but you know, overall, starting first, finish second. Second hurts a little bit, but I learned some things for tomorrow, which is important, and you know, we'll go at it again.
I know you told me that it's not the win, which is obviously what you wanted, but you told me earlier in the day today's about building confidence. Did you build a little bit for tomorrow?
Oh yeah, of course. Anytime you can run these things and you can kind of, you know, race up there for the win and stuff like that, it's yeah, it feels like the old days again. So that's a nice little confidence builder for me, for our pit crew, for everybody, just to be up there. And you know, I think I got a good car tomorrow that we can do something similar with. So just a good day overall to you know, keep the momentum rolling.
Confidence building, 2nd place finish for Joey Logano today.
Justin Allgaier brings home the 7 car, 4th today. You had fresh tires there at the end. What was it like coming through the field on that late restart?
Honestly, we just got held up a little bit too much on that last race start. But Jason Burdett and the boys on this brand professional agriculture Chevy did a great job all day. We had speed. We weren't quite as good as the Penske cars or Kyle, but felt like we had a top 5 car all day. And that call at the end, as soon as he started talking about it, I was on board with it. But hats off to the pit crew. They did a great job today. This whole team just absolutely flawless. We got another road course next week, so that's good. So hopefully all the fans at home enjoyed watching on the Xfinity X1 service, and we'll keep plugging along. You know, we've had a bad month, and we needed some points. We needed some good finishes, so hopefully this is the momentum we need.
Yeah, this was certainly a good turnaround for this team. How big is this, big picture, top Xfinity regular?
Oh, it's huge. Anytime you can do that, it's huge. But I think just for us, kind of riding that ship and getting that momentum, we're coming into the playoff time, and we need to make sure that we're firing on all 8 cylinders. And today was a really good step forward in doing that.
All right, great job.
Thank you.
Well, it looked like that caution was exactly what the doctor ordered for Brad Keselowski. You got the shot at the restart. What happened on the restart?
Oh, yeah. We were kind of racing for first in class, Joey and I were. That the Toyotas in all 3 series, they just have so much more power and aero than everybody else that it's like 2 different races. So, yeah, I was going to need a lot more than a yellow. I was going to need some parity in the series, but we gave it all we had, and I'm proud to have a great effort today. And it's fun racing my teammate Joe Logano with the Rev Mustang, and hopefully we can find a little bit more tomorrow.
I know it's frustrating trying to catch the 18 there, but were you thinking, hey, I've been better on longer runs all day long, I might have a chance to get him even under green?
Yeah, you know, you're just hoping for a break. You know, I think you saw it earlier. He spun out on his own, so, you know, things can happen like that. But, you know, the reality is those cars are so much faster than, you know, the Fords and the Chevys that it's not just us. Everybody else in all 3 series are kind of racing for second in class.
All right, Brad Keselowski with some candid thoughts there about where things are in the series right now. He winds up 3rd today.
Steve.